Even if you are not interested in American politics or politics in general, this video will be of interest to you.
But the big question, of course, is what will happen on the 5th of November when America goes to vote, and how will it impact the ties between the world's largest democracy and the world's oldest democracy?
Respected world leaders. And this former president.
I don't think former president was the F word she was looking for.
Watching this election unfold on the media reminds me of Hollywood and Bollywood mix. It has drama, action, catchy dialogues and spicy claims from both sides. Both political parties have Indian actors, Kamala Harris on one hand and Usha Vance on the other. Some aspects of the election are like the Indian elections. Let me start with the recent debate to give you a flavor. This 30-second clip will tell you a lot about the entire debate.
So let's now welcome the candidates to the stage. Vice President Kamala Harris and President Donald Trump.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Nice to see you. Have fun.
Thank you.
Can you believe Harris and Trump had never met one-to-one before this debate? You could see an awkward and forced meeting. When Trump walked in, he avoided looking into her eyes and tried to ignore her. Harris moved towards center stage, expecting Trump to do the same, but soon realizing he didn't want to. Then she crossed the center line and went towards his podium, which is supposed to be his territory. She forced him to shake hands and make eye contact with her. If you think, what is this fuss about? She was just proactive. It was more than her proactiveness when 67 million people watched it live, and the candidates' teams had meticulously planned every tiny detail. As in previous debates, the plan may have been that there would not be a handshake. But Kamala Harris may have decided to show that she would not let Trump leave without unsettling. This reminds me of a comparable example from Indian politics where a politician encroached on another politician's personal space to embarrass him.
Oh, this is not necessary. No.
Also, did you hear Harris pronouncing her name and Trump did not?
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Nice to see you. Have fun.
Thank you.
Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
There is an interesting background. Some Americans still find it difficult to pronounce Kamala's name correctly.
Harris's first name is pronounced Kamala. It's derived from Sanskrit. Her mother was born in India, and her father is from Jamaica.
Will you pronounce your name for me, please?
It's Kamala.
Kamala.
Yeah, just think of like a comma and add a la.
Okay.
Despite those instructions, pundits continue to butcher Harris's first name.
Why is Kamala Harris not listening to you?
Now, allow me to come in on Kamala Harris very quickly. Kamala Harris.
California Senator Kamala Harris.
Senator Kamala Harris.
I want to play a little bit more of what Kamala Harris said today.
Harris tried to help Californians with this campaign ad when she ran for Senate in 2016.
It's not Kamala. It's not Kamala. It's not Kamala.
It's Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Depending on how far she goes in 2020, Kamala could become a household name.
This debate was historical on many counts. One of them was that the candidates' mics were muted so they didn't interrupt. Because of this rule, they could not express themselves verbally. So, both displayed a range of emotions through body language. You can say this was a masterclass on how to read politicians' body language.
So, I was raised as a middle-class kid, and I am actually the only person on this stage who has a plan that is about lifting up the middle class and working people of America.
Kamala Harris talked while looking straight at the camera. Her strategy was to make people feel she was speaking directly to them.
I believe in the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people. And that is why I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy. Because here's the thing.
Also, she used her hands a lot. The use of hand gesture varies according to person and cultures. Indians and Italians are known to use their hands in communications a lot. Stand-up comedians have made fun of this habit.
See, in India, this makes total sense. Because there's so many people there, you can't pinpoint shit. Where is he? There. See, there. I don't know, you're pointing at 4 things right now. There. What do you, stop saying there. Where? There. Stop, you're saying there more times. Where? In that vicinity. That particular group of people.
Besides being a cultural factor, using hands is a persuasive communication technique. It makes you visible and get the audience attention. Now let me see how Trump came across.
First of all, I have no sales tax. That's an incorrect statement. She knows that. We're doing tariffs on other countries. Other countries are going to finally, after 75 years, pay us back for all that we've done for the world.
In contrast to Harris, Trump looked at the moderator instead of the camera. This strategy shows that he is more persuasive with the person before him than the camera. Also, he may have been advised not to look at the camera because if he became argumentative, his aggressive look at the camera would have a negative impact. In the beginning, when he was talking about the economy, Trump was forceful and Harris became unsettled.
75 years pay us back for all that we've done for the world, and the tariff will be substantial in some cases. I took in billions and billions of dollars, as you know, from China.
She started touching her cheeks and stroking her hair, which happens unconsciously to control our emotions and calm us. This must be because what Trump was saying must be disturbing to her. As Trump continued, Harris started blinking eyes. Typically, we blink about 12 to 15 times a minute, but the blinking becomes faster when stressed.
As you know, from China. In fact, they never took the tariff off because there was so much money they can't. It would totally destroy everything that they've set out to do. They're taking in billions of dollars from China and other places. They've left the tariffs on. When I had it.
Blinking also increases when we are forced to listen to things that we don't like. In this case, Kamala's blinking rate was very high. When Trump moved from economy to race, her emotions changed from stress to confidence because she must have prepared well on that topic and must have been confident.
Millions of people pouring into our country from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're coming in and they're taking jobs that are occupied right now by African Americans and Hispanics.
Her chin went up. We let our necks exposed when we feel confident. So she must have started feeling confident.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression.
Putting hands out with palm means I'm about to tell you the truth. Of course, this is the thinking of the speaker, not necessarily it is the truth. But watch Trump's reaction.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us the worst.
He closed his eyes and pursed his lips. So, Harris blinked when she heard something unpleasant, while Trump closed his eyes when he didn't like what Harris was saying.
Country where the economy and where the stock market was higher than it was before the pandemic came in. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. We made ventilators for the entire world. We got gowns, we got masks.
Here, Trump also started using his hands. He uses his hands to emphasize, which is typical of him.
He doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4.
Here, you see Harris's chin goes down as a defensive gesture, and it immediately goes up when he said,
like run, spot, run. 4 seconds.
Because she must have felt that I could counter this easily.
They've destroyed the economy. And all you have to do is look at a poll. The polls say 80 and 85 and even 90%.
You can see that Kamala's lips have been pulled up to one side. All emotions on both sides of the face are real emotions. If it is only on one side, it is not real. When you pull one corner of the mouth up like a smile only on one side, it is not a smile, it is disrespect.
Or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body. I have talked with...
This is Trump's way of showing disrespect. He didn't like what she said, but as his swallow shows, he's trying to suppress his emotions.
Pregnant women who want to carry a pregnancy to term, suffering from a miscarriage, being denied care in an emergency.
Here, he's not showing any emotional reaction, like shaking his head or disapproving.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
So one thing that can be very difficult with politicians, particularly in situations like this, is telling whether or not they're being deceptive or whether or not they are lying intentionally. Now, this is something that's fairly recent, so this wouldn't be something that he's had a lot of time to practice saying over and over again, and so that the emotion sort of goes out of it. As he's talking about this right now, the type of emphasis that he has, his body language suggests that he actually believes what he's saying. He can probably hear Harris laughing, and you can see his body recoil a little bit, and now he's emphasizing more because he thinks this is a good point that people need to hear. He seems to actually feel quite strongly about this, and I think that he actually believes what he's saying right now.
Although analysts said that Trump didn't do well, if seen from a different perspective, he wasn't that bad, considering how he had reacted in the past. But most agree that Kamala Harris won the debate. Of course, winning the debate is one thing, and winning the election is another ball game. I will keep on making other videos on psychological aspects of this election. Please click the like icon if you like it. Share it, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.